Welcome back to the Big Coins Dealer, where we dive deep into the world of valuable coins and how they can turn an ordinary collection into a treasure trove. Today, we'll be discussing a fascinating coin that has collectors buzzing, the 2000 AD Jefferson Nickle, which could be worth up to a staggering $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. If you have a 2000 AD Jefferson Nickle, you might be holding onto a rare gem worth serious money. Before we dive into the specific details about the 2000 AD Jefferson Nickle, let's take a brief look at the history of the Jefferson Nickle itself. First minted in 1938, this coin replaced the Buffalo nickel and featured an image of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side and his Virginia home, Monticello, on the reverse. The design stayed the same for decades until 2006, when it was slightly modified to give a more modern depiction of Jefferson. The mint mark, D, on the 2008 coin signifies that it was produced at the Denver Mint. Now, let's get to the million-dollar question. Why is the 2000 AD Jefferson Nickle potentially worth so much? Like many valuable coins, its value doesn't come from the nickel itself, but rather from a combination of rarity, condition, and historical significance. What sets this coin apart is the possibility of finding rare minting errors and unique conditions that make it highly sought after by collectors. For example, some 2000 AD Jefferson nickels have been discovered with striking errors, such as double dies or improper alignment. These types of mint errors can skyrocket a coin's value. If your coin has one of these rare characteristics, it could be worth a fortune. Furthermore, finding this coin in an uncirculated, mint condition is key to commanding high value in the market. So how do you know if your 2000 AD Jefferson Nickle is one of the rare coins that could be worth $1 million? The first step is to examine the coin closely for any noticeable errors or irregularities. Common valuable minting errors include: this occurs when the coin's design appears to be struck twice, creating a doubled image on certain parts of the coin, such as Jefferson's face or Monticello on the reverse side. Coins that have been struck off-center can be very valuable, especially if a large portion of the design is missing. These are raised lines or blobs of metal on the coin surface, usually caused by a crack in the die used to strike the coin. Make sure to use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect the details of your coin. Even the slightest mint error can make a huge difference in its value. Another important factor in determining the value of a 2000 AD Jefferson Nickle is its condition or grade. Professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can evaluate the quality of your coin based on criteria like surface preservation, strike quality, and luster. Coins in mint state, that is, coins that show no signs of wear, are graded on a scale from MS60 to MS70, with MS70 being perfect condition. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Coins graded MS67 or above are extremely rare and can fetch extraordinary prices at auction. If you believe you have a pristine 2000 AD Jefferson Nickle, it's worth getting it professionally graded to determine its exact value. Now, you might be wondering, have these coins actually sold for close to $1 million? The answer is yes. Rare and high-grade Jefferson Nickels, including error coins, have fetched impressive prices at auctions. In fact, coins with mint errors, or those in top-notch condition, can reach hundreds of thousands, or even up to $1 million, depending on their rarity and demand among collectors. The market for rare coins has been growing, and collectors are always on the lookout for unique finds that can complete their collections. If you think you have a valuable 2000 AD Jefferson Nickle, the next step is to find the right buyer. You can sell your coin through a reputable coin dealer or at auction houses that specialize in rare coins. Before selling, make sure you have it properly graded and appraised so you know its true market value. Online marketplaces like eBay can also be a good place to sell, but be cautious of scams and make sure you're dealing with serious buyers. High-value coins should always be sold through trustworthy channels. To wrap things up, the 2008 Jefferson Nickel may look like an ordinary coin, but it has the potential to be worth a small fortune, especially if it has rare minting errors or is in perfect condition. If you come across one of these coins in your collection, or even in your pocket change, take the time to inspect it closely. You never know. You could be holding a coin worth $1 million. We're talking about a 1967 Jefferson Nickel with no mint mark that's making headlines in the coin collecting community. This coin, which was once common pocket change, could now be worth up to $1.1 million. Yes, you heard that right, over $1 million. So let's break down what makes this nickel so valuable and why collectors are going crazy for it. First, let's talk about the Jefferson Nickel itself. The Jefferson Nickel has been in circulation since 1938, featuring a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front, or obverse, and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. It was designed by Felix Schlag, and over the years, the coin has undergone several changes. However, it's the 1967 version that we're focusing on today, specifically the one with no mint mark. So, why no mint mark? In 1967, the U.S. Mint was not using mint marks on most coins, including the Jefferson Nickel. This was part of a temporary decision made by the Mint to discourage coin hoarding during a time when there was a shortage of coins in circulation. Coins produced at all three mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, in 1967 did not have mint marks, making it challenging to distinguish where a particular coin was produced. But don't let the lack of a mint mark fool you into thinking it's ordinary. Some of these coins have become incredibly valuable, especially in high-grade condition. The key to understanding why this particular nickel could be worth over $1 million comes down to two important factors: rarity and condition. Rarity is one of the most crucial factors in determining a coin's value, and while millions of 1967 nickels were made, only a tiny fraction have survived in pristine condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. For a 1967 Jefferson Nickel to be worth such a high amount, it would have to be in an exceptionally high grade, close to or at mint state 68 or higher. These nickels are exceedingly rare in such conditions, and finding one like that is like hitting the jackpot. Condition plays a massive role here. Most 1967 nickels in circulation have been worn down, scratched, or tarnished from everyday use. However, a coin that has somehow avoided this wear and tear could be considered a true gem by collectors. If your 1967 nickel shows sharp details, minimal signs of handling, and has an impressive luster, it could be worth sending to a professional grading service to have it evaluated. Now, let's get into the specifics of how a coin like this could reach such astronomical value. In recent years, a small number of 1967 Jefferson nickels with no mint mark have been graded as MS68 or higher by top coin grading companies like PCGS or NGC. These coins are incredibly rare because very few survived in such perfect condition. When a high-grade 1967 Jefferson nickel appears at auction, collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar to own it. In one auction, a 1967 no-mint marked Jefferson nickel in pristine condition sold for an astonishing $1.1 million. This sale sent shockwaves through the coin-collecting world and highlighted just how valuable this overlooked coin could be. But before you rush to your coin jar to look for a 1967 nickel, let's go over what you should be looking for. First, make sure it's a 1967 nickel with no mint mark, which would indicate it was produced during that unique time when the mint temporarily suspended mint marks. Then, check the condition of the coin. If it shows minimal wear and is sharp, crisp details, it could be worth something. However, keep in mind that to reach the highest values, the coin needs to be in exceptional condition, graded MS68 or higher. So, what should you do if you think you've got a rare and valuable 1967 no mint mark nickel? The first step is to handle the coin carefully. Avoid touching the surface with your fingers, as oils from your skin can damage the coin. Instead, use gloves or handle it by the edges. Next, consider having the coin graded by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will carefully evaluate the coin and assign it a grade, which will give you a better idea of its value. Once the coin is graded, you can decide whether to hold onto it as a collector's item or sell it at auction. Some collectors prefer to keep rare coins as part of their collection, hoping their value will increase over time. Others choose to sell the coin at auction, where the competitive bidding process could drive the price even higher. Either way, owning a rare and valuable coin like a high-grade 1967 Jefferson Nickle could be a life-changing find. In conclusion, the 1967 no mint mark Jefferson Nickle is proof that sometimes the most ordinary-looking coins can be worth a fortune. If you're lucky enough to find one in pristine condition, it could be worth up to $1.1 million. So, take a closer look at the nickels in your pocket, coin jar, or collection. You never know what treasure you might discover. We're diving into one of the most fascinating topics for collectors and hobbyists alike, the 2000p mint mark Jefferson Nickle, a coin that could be worth a staggering $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.2 million for a nickel. Let's dive in and find out why this coin is so valuable and what makes it a potential treasure in your pocket change. The Jefferson Nickle has been in circulation since 1938, and it has seen several design changes and minting variations over the years. The 2000p mint mark Jefferson Nickle is part of the series minted at the Philadelphia Mint, signified by the P mint mark on the coin. These nickels are made from an alloy of copper and nickel, weighing 5 grams, and have the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, with Monticello, Jefferson's famous home, on the reverse. However, not all 2000p mint mark Jefferson nickels are created equal. Some of these coins are known for their rarity and unique features, which is exactly what can make them worth as much as $1.2 million to the right collector. Now, you might be wondering, why on earth would a common nickel from the year 2000 be worth millions of dollars? Well, the value comes down to a combination of factors including rarity, minting errors, and the condition of the coin. One of the biggest reasons the 2000p mint mark Jefferson Nickle can reach such a high value is due to minting errors. Coin collectors love error coins because they are rare and unique. These errors can happen in various ways, from a double die, where the design is struck twice and leaves a noticeable doubling effect on the coin, to off-center strikes, which occur when the coin isn't properly aligned during the minting process. Even slight variations, like a missing mint mark, can increase the coin's value drastically. These errors turn an ordinary nickel into a rare collectible piece that is highly sought after in the coin collecting world. In some cases, these error coins are extremely hard to find because most of them are caught during the minting process and are never released into circulation. But when they do slip through, they become incredibly valuable to collectors. Another key factor that contributes to the potential $1.2 million price tag is the condition of the coin. Coin grading plays a huge role in determining value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. Coins that have been well preserved, stored properly, and show little to no wear are far more valuable than those that have been heavily circulated and damaged over time. For example, if you find a 2000p mint mark Jefferson Nickle with a mint error and it's in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could fetch an astronomical price at auction. On the other hand, if the coin shows signs of wear and tear, the value will be significantly lower. That's why collectors pay close attention to the condition and grade of each coin. If you're wondering how you can tell if your 2000p mint mark Jefferson Nickle is worth millions, there are a few things you should look out for. First, inspect the coin carefully for any signs of minting errors. Check the details on both the obverse and reverse sides. Look for any doubling in the lettering or the image of Jefferson's face. Also, examine the edges of the coin to see if it is off-center or improperly struck. Next, evaluate the overall condition of the coin. Is it shiny and new, or does it show signs of wear? Even the smallest imperfections can lower the coin's value, so make sure you handle it carefully and consider having it professionally graded by an expert if you think it might be worth something. It's important to remember that not every 2000p mint-marked Jefferson nickel will be worth millions. But if you find one with rare features or in pristine condition, it could be worth much more than its face value. The market for rare coins has grown tremendously in recent years, with collectors willing to pay top dollar for unique and rare pieces. Auctions for these rare coins often attract significant attention, and bidding can reach unexpected heights, especially for coins with historical significance or rare minting errors. The 2000p mint-marked Jefferson nickel, with its potential for minting errors and rarity, has become a sought-after piece for collectors who are always looking to add something special to their collection. A coin that once circulated for only 5 cents could now be worth millions. And that's the beauty of coin collecting. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden gem in your pocket change. If you think you have a valuable 2000p mint-marked Jefferson nickel, you may want to consider getting it professionally appraised. Coin dealers and experts can give you an accurate value based on the coin's condition, rarity, and any errors it might have. You can also send your coin to be graded by professional grading services, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC), which can increase its value and marketability. Once you have a proper evaluation, you can decide whether to sell it at auction or through a private collector. Many auction houses specialize in rare coins, and selling through them can help you get the best possible price for your coin. The 2000p mint-marked Jefferson nickel is a fascinating coin that could potentially be worth $1.2 million, making it one of the most valuable modern nickels out there. Whether it's due to rare minting errors or pristine condition, this coin has captivated the attention of collectors and hobbyists alike. So, the next time you're going through your spare change, take a close look at those nickels. You never know if you might have a rare 2000p mint-marked Jefferson nickel hiding in plain sight, and it could make you a millionaire. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1989 Jefferson nickel, a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance, but could actually be worth a staggering $1.30 million. That's right, a small nickel minted in 1989 with a D mint mark could be your ticket to an extraordinary payday. So, if you've got a collection of nickels, or maybe just some loose change lying around, stay tuned because you could be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Let's start with some history. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938 and was designed by Felix Schlag. The obverse, or front, features Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, and the reverse, or back, shows his famous Virginia home, Monticello. The D mint mark on the 1989 nickel indicates that it was minted in Denver, which is where some of the rarest coins come from. You might be wondering, what exactly makes a 1989 D Jefferson nickel worth $1.3 million? Well, there are a few key factors that contribute to its value. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. A coin that is graded MS67 or higher is extremely rare and desirable to collectors. If you happen to find a 1989 D Jefferson nickel in near perfect condition, it could be worth a lot more than you think. One of the reasons this coin has reached such a high value is because of potential minting errors. Mint errors occur during the production process and can include things like double strikes, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These imperfections make the coin unique and highly sought after by collectors. A 1989 nickel with a significant minting error could easily push its value into the $1 million range. While millions of Jefferson nickels were minted in 1989, only a small fraction of them have been preserved in pristine condition. Over time, many of these coins have been circulated, worn down, or damaged, making high-grade examples incredibly rare. A coin in mint state condition, especially one that is graded highly by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC, can fetch a premium price at auction. Now that you know what makes this coin so valuable, let's talk about how you can identify if you have one. First, check the date, 1989, and make sure it has the D mint mark, which will be located on the right side of the coin, just next to Monticello on the reverse. Once you confirm that, take a close look at the condition. Is the coin shiny and free of major scratches or dings? Does it look uncirculated? If so, you might have a winner. It's also a good idea to use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to inspect the coin for any potential minting errors. Look for things like doubling on the date or lettering, any cracks in the design, or any areas where the coin appears to have been struck multiple times. These errors can significantly increase the value of the coin. So, what should you do if you think you have a valuable 1989 Jefferson nickel? The first step is to have it professionally graded. As I mentioned earlier, grading is crucial in determining the value of your coin. Send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC, who will examine the coin and assign it a grade based on its condition. Once you have your coin graded, you can consider selling it. There are several options for selling valuable coins, including online auctions, coin dealers, or even major coin shows. Auctions, especially online ones like eBay, often attract serious collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for rare coins. You might be surprised by how much your coin is worth. Let's take a look at some recent auction sales to give you an idea of how much these coins are fetching. In a recent auction, a 1989 Jefferson Nickle in MS67 condition sold for over $5,000. While that might not be $1.3 million, it's still an impressive return for a coin that was originally worth just 5 cents. However, some extremely rare examples with mint errors or higher grades could push that value into the $1 million territory. The most valuable Jefferson nickels have set records at auction, and who knows? Your 1989 nickel could be the next one to do so. So, there you have it, the 1989 Jefferson Nickle, a coin that could potentially be worth $1.3 million. Whether it's because of its high-grade condition or a rare minting error, this little nickel has the potential to make you a lot of money. Be sure to check your pocket change, coin jars, or old collections, because you never know what hidden treasures you might find. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content on valuable coins and how you can turn your everyday pocket change into a fortune. We're diving into a very special coin, the 2010 D-Mint Mark Jefferson Nickel, which has been creating waves among collectors and could potentially be worth an incredible $1.40 million. You might be wondering, how could a relatively recent nickel from 2010 be worth such a staggering amount? Well, let's break down what makes this coin so valuable, and what you should be looking for if you happen to have one. First off, let's talk about the D-Mint mark. This indicates that the coin was minted in Denver, one of the United States' primary mints. While millions of 2010 Jefferson nickels were produced, not all of them are created equal. What separates an ordinary nickel from one worth millions is often tied to errors, rare variations, or even pristine condition. One of the key things to look for in the 2010 Jefferson nickel is its condition. Coins in mint state condition, particularly those graded MS65 and above, can command a high price at auctions. The better the condition, the more valuable the coin becomes. But condition alone isn't the only factor. Sometimes, even a coin in less than perfect condition can be worth big money if it possesses certain rare features. Now, let's discuss possible errors. Error coins are a huge deal in the numismatic world because they are incredibly rare. In the case of the 2010 Jefferson Nickle, some error types include double die strikes, off-center strikes, or even die cracks. These errors occur during the minting process and make the coin unique, driving up its value. So, if you notice any irregularities on your 2010 nickel, like misaligned features, extra elements, or a warped design, this could be a major indicator that your coin is worth far more than just 5 cents. Another factor to consider is the metal content of the coin. While most modern nickels are made from a combination of copper and nickel, rare instances of mis-minted coins could feature variations in their metal composition. A coin with an unusual metal mix can become a coveted collector's item, which adds even more value. Now, you might be asking, where did the $1.4 million figure come from? Well, that's the estimated potential value for a 2010 Jefferson Nickle in perfect condition with a rare error. While it's rare to come across one, examples of high-grade coins with distinct features have fetched huge sums at auction. One particular coin that garnered significant attention was a pristine 2010 nickel with a rare error, which set off bidding wars among collectors. So, how do you go about finding one of these valuable nickels? The good news is you don't have to be a professional collector or search through ancient coin collections to find one. These coins are still circulating in everyday pocket change. So every time you get a nickel back from the store or the bank, take a closer look. Pay special attention to any coins minted in 2010 with the Denver D mint mark. Examine the coin carefully for any unusual features, errors, or signs of minting mistakes. If you think you've found a 2010 Jefferson Nickle that could be valuable, the next step is to have it professionally graded. Sending the coin to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC will help determine its exact condition and authenticity. They will also check for any possible errors that might make your coin stand out. Once your coin is graded and authenticated, you could even consider putting it up for auction or reaching out to a collector to sell it. Imagine the excitement of finding a rare, valuable coin just sitting in your pocket change. It's like striking gold. With the right combination of factors, a high grade, a minting error, or a rare variation, your 2010 Jefferson Nickle could be worth an astonishing $1.40 million. So, next time you get a handful of change, don't just toss those nickels aside. Check them carefully. Who knows? You might just stumble upon a hidden treasure worth millions. We're diving into the world of Jefferson Nickles, specifically the 2021 D Mint Mark Jefferson Nickle. Believe it or not, some of these coins could be worth as much as $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. A small nickel you may have in your pocket could hold life-changing value. The Jefferson Nickle has been around since 1938, featuring the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson. Over the years, these coins have been minted in various designs and by different mints, making certain years and variations more valuable than others. The 2021 Jefferson Nickle with the Denver Mint mark, or the letter D, is one of the most recent coins that has caught the attention of collectors due to its rare errors and special characteristics. So, what exactly makes the 2021 D Mint Mark Jefferson Nickle so special? The value of this coin doesn't just come from the fact that it's a newer coin. Instead, certain variations and minting errors can significantly increase its worth. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins with flaws, whether it's a misaligned die, double strike, or planchet errors. These mistakes can turn a regular nickel into a fortune. Additionally, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. Coins graded at a high level by professional services like PCGS or NGC, especially those in mint state or even proof condition, are highly sought after. In fact, One such rare 2021 Jefferson Nickle, in pristine condition, recently sold at auction for a staggering $1.5 million. Now let's talk about the key errors and details you need to watch out for. One of the most valuable versions of the 2021 mint marked Jefferson Nickle is the double die error. This occurs when the coin design is struck twice by the die, causing the images or lettering to appear doubled. A double die error can happen on the obverse, or front side of the coin, where Jefferson's face appears, or on the reverse, where Monticello is depicted. Collectors will pay top dollar for such coins, especially if the doubling is clearly visible. Another rare error to keep an eye out for is a die crack. A die crack is a break in the minting die that shows up as a raised line on the coin surface. These cracks can vary in size and location, but coins with significant die cracks are highly prized by collectors and can drive up the price considerably. There are also off-center strikes, where the design is not properly aligned with the coin's surface. This kind of error gives the coin a unique, misaligned appearance and can increase its value dramatically. To identify a valuable 2021 mint marked Jefferson Nickle, the first step is to check the mint mark, which is located on the obverse side, near Jefferson's portrait. If you see a D, it means the coin was minted in Denver. Next, closely inspect the coin for any visible errors, like doubling on the date or lettering, or any unusual markings or cracks. If you believe you've found a coin with one of these rare errors, it's crucial to have it professionally graded and authenticated. A certified grading service will assess the coin's condition and confirm whether it's a rare variation. High-grade coins with unique errors can command the highest prices in the market. You might be wondering why a coin minted as recently as 2021 is already making headlines in the numismatic world. It all comes down to demand. With the surge in coin collecting as a hobby and investment, collectors are always looking for the next big find. The rarity of these minting errors, combined with the demand for flawless coins, has caused the value of these 2021 Jefferson Nickles to skyrocket. In recent years, modern era coins have gained a huge following. Even though they're still in circulation, finding one in top condition with rare errors makes them highly desirable. That's why this particular Jefferson Nickle is worth keeping an eye out for. It's a coin you can still find in pocket change today, but it could bring you a fortune if you find the right one. So, if you're sorting through your change or even hunting rolls of nickels, keep an eye out for the 2021 mint marked Jefferson Nickle. You could potentially find a coin worth up to $1.5 million. Remember, the key factors are any rare minting errors, the coin's condition, and whether it's been professionally graded. You never know what hidden treasures you might find. Thanks for watching, and as always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future coin collecting tips. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins, focusing on the 1987 Jefferson Nickle with a P-mint mark that could be worth a staggering $1.6 million. That's right, a single nickel that might just make you a millionaire. Asterisk now, what makes the 1987 P-mint marked Jefferson Nickle so special? Let's start with the basics. This coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, indicated by the P mark. Over 620 million nickels were minted that year, which might make it seem like a common coin, right? But here's where things get interesting. Rare errors, high grades, and unique characteristics can elevate the value of these coins to astronomical levels. First, let's talk about condition. If you happen to come across a 1987 Jefferson Nickle in pristine, uncirculated condition, you're in luck. Coins graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC that score a near-perfect 68 or 69 are incredibly rare. Most nickels from 1987 have suffered from wear and tear over time, so finding one in near-mint condition is like hitting the jackpot. So, what does it take for a 1987 P. Jefferson Nickle to be worth $1.6 million? Well, The key is finding one with a flawless strike, great luster, and no visible marks or damage. It's these top-tier coins that coin collectors and investors are willing to pay huge amounts for. In fact, the record-breaking prices for these nickels have been achieved at auction, where bidding wars between collectors can drive up the price to jaw-dropping amounts. In addition to the coin's condition, certain varieties and errors are highly sought after. For example, die errors, doubling of details, or off-center strikes can increase the value of the coin. These minting mistakes are rare, and when they're found, collectors go wild trying to add them to their collection. So how can you identify if your 1987 Jefferson Nickle is one of these rare gems? Start by inspecting the coin for any signs of errors or anomalies. Then, consider sending it to a grading service for an official evaluation. The smallest flaw or variation could make all the difference. Now, here's a pro tip. Check your pocket change, your piggy banks, or even those old jars of coins sitting in your attic. Many valuable coins like these have been found simply by chance. Imagine holding a piece of history in your hand, one that could be worth over $1 million. If you're a coin collector or just starting out, remember that patience is key. The world of rare coins is full of surprises, and sometimes it's the coins you least expect that turn out to be the most valuable. In conclusion, the 1987 Mint marked Jefferson Nickle might seem like an ordinary 5-cent piece, but under the right circumstances, it could be your ticket to a $1.6 million fortune. Keep your eyes peeled, and who knows, you might just find yourself holding one of the most valuable nickels in U.S. history. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future updates. We're diving into a fascinating topic that could potentially make your coin collection worth millions. We're talking about the 1987 Mint marked Jefferson Nickle, a coin that's making waves for its incredible value. Believe it or not, some of these nickels could be worth as much as $1.7 million. Stay tuned to find out how you could spot one of these valuable coins in your own collection. Let's start with a little history. The Jefferson Nickle was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Since then, it has been one of the most recognizable coins in the United States. The 1987 Jefferson Nickle, minted in Denver, might seem like an ordinary coin at first glance, but certain rare versions of this coin are turning heads in the numismatic world. You might be asking, what exactly makes a 1987 Jefferson Nickle worth such a staggering amount? The key lies in a few important factors: rarity, condition, and errors. Coins that are in pristine condition, especially those with unique or rare errors, can significantly increase in value. Some collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins with specific features like double dies, off-center strikes, or other minting mistakes. In particular, a mint error or perfect preservation of the coin in its uncirculated state can drive the value through the roof. One of the most important factors that can make a 1987 Jefferson Nickle worth a fortune is a mint error. These errors occur during the minting process and can create unique characteristics that make the coin highly desirable to collectors. Some of the errors you should look out for include double dies, where the design is stamped twice, and off-center strikes, where the image on the coin is not properly aligned. These types of errors are rare, but when they do occur, they can make a coin worth thousands, even millions of dollars. So, when inspecting your coins, always check for any unusual features that could indicate an error. Another factor that heavily influences the value of a coin is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, with uncirculated coins fetching the highest prices. If you have a 1987 Jefferson Nickle in mint state or near mint condition, you're looking at a potentially valuable piece. Coins with minimal wear, sharp details, and a clean, unblemished surface are the ones that will catch the eye of serious collectors. It's worth noting that even a slight improvement in condition can drastically change a coin's value. So, if you're lucky enough to have a high-grade 1987D nickel, it might be time to get it professionally graded. Beyond errors and condition, there are other features that could make your 1987D nickel more valuable. Coins with an original mint luster, which is the shiny finish that comes fresh from the mint, can command higher prices. Additionally, if your nickel has a strong strike, meaning all the details of Jefferson's portrait and Monticello are crisp and clear, it can increase the coin's desirability. Remember, collectors are looking for coins that stand out, and these unique characteristics could make your nickel one of a kind. The market for rare coins is booming, with collectors always on the hunt for the next big find. Auctions for rare coins can reach incredible amounts, and if you have a coin that is in demand, like a 1987D mint-marked Jefferson Nickle with a rare error or in exceptional condition, you could potentially fetch a huge sum. The demand for these coins has increased over the years, and collectors are willing to pay high prices to get their hands on these rare pieces. The 1987D Jefferson Nickle is no exception, with some examples already valued at over $1.7 million. So, how can you find out if you have one of these valuable 1987D Jefferson nickels? First, start by checking your collection for any nickels from 1987 with a Denver Mint mark, indicated by the small D on the front of the coin. Next, examine the coin closely for any signs of mint errors or unique features. If you think you've found something special, it's worth having your coin professionally appraised and graded by a trusted numismatic service. And when it comes to selling, rare coin auctions or specialized dealers are your best bet to get top dollar. The 1987D Jefferson Nickle might seem like an ordinary coin at first, but in the right condition and with the right features, it could be worth as much as $1.7 million. Whether it's a mint error, a high grade, or unique characteristics, these coins are a treasure waiting to be discovered. So, check your collections, and you might just find yourself holding a small fortune in your hands. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more insights on valuable coins.